A very exciting week for pop culture, what with Beyonce surprise dropping her latest album, Lemonade, Game of Thrones starting back up, and Drake set to release his newest album, Views from the Six, in the next few days. So for more on that, we go to Lwam, our newest entertainment correspondent. Lwam?
An absolute pleasure to be joining you.
Lwam, you're so charming.
Oh, stop. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take that compliment and put it in my back pocket and replay it later.
All right, first things first.
The foyer.
Sorry, what?
Well, it's the first thing guests are going to see when they come over.
What does that have to do with...
Great question.
I didn't...
Now, there are some who tend to think of their entryway as just a place to store your shoes and coats and knickknacks, which is a perfectly acceptable way to think about it if you just lost your eyesight in a car fire.
Ooh, bit of a brutal twist there. Lwam, I'm not sure if our producer told you this, but as our new entertainment correspondent, we're supposed to be discussing entertainment, not, I guess, the art of entertaining guests. Huh? Yeah, like, I was more gonna ask what you thought of Lemonade.
Oh, of course, of course.
Okay, good.
I would absolutely recommend Lemonade in a car fire, but you might want to use it to put out the fire before it's burnt through your skin. Otherwise, you might feel a slight sting.
Jesus. I wasn't talking about the car fire.
Oh, you meant for the foyer. Silly me. I think Lemonade is a perfect treat for your guests when they arrive.
Let's move on. Game of Thrones is starting again. What's your opinion on that?
Well, I'm going to assume you must be talking about musical chairs.
How have you not heard of Game of Thrones?
Well, I'm generally against games that involve aggressive physical activity indoors. Instead, I would recommend something that maybe stimulates your guests mentally. Ooh, charades! For example.
What are you doing? No, Lwam, I'm not... I don't know, black? Oh, Michael, why? I don't know, white people dancing. Women, oh wait, women drivers? Okay, I give up. What are you?
It was so easy. I was a car fire.
Come on.
I know. It's always so obvious after the fact, right?
I know this is probably futile, but do you have an opinion on Drake's album coming out this week?
I had no idea he had an album coming out.
Oh, wow. I mean, I guess not everyone knew.
Drake's albums are actually my favorite to bring out when I have company over.
Terrific. What are some of your favorite tracks?
I loved when he did the Strait of Magellan.
But is that a deeper cut?
Are you kidding? It's his greatest hit.
Drake the rapper.
He made music?
What did you think I meant when I said album?
Well, I assumed bound collections of his cartography. After all, Francis Drake didn't circumnavigate the globe for us not to have a talking piece at parties. By the way, that's another thing I recommend. A great way to pass the time, and before you know it, it'll be midnight, but everyone will still be talking about Views from the Six.
Okay, first of all, no one calls 6 p.m. the Six.
Think it could catch on.
And secondly, no one's watching this show for tips on how to entertain guests.
Well, that's easy to say for the guy who only set out an empty bag of bugles the last time I was over. I've met better hosts in car fires.
Okay, I see what this is.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I think I had something in my back pocket I needed to take out. Lwam, you are so charming. Oh, I forgot I put that in there.
All right. Lwam, everybody.